Yeah, Bind. It feels kind of, you know, we've had Fracture and Breeze, so it feels like we're kind of back to reality here. You know what I mean? Going back to a more standard map, I suppose. We've had a kill on either side. I was going to be like, it's not going too well for Turkey, but actually it's all evened out.
Oh, look at this aggression as well. Tina taking down cNed, but tecoNe responding. And now we're getting a push onto the site as well, but the Ghost does the damage. Them taking down BZT is a 3 versus 2. MAGNUM and Ambi, the last two remaining.
And you can see those defenders of Turkey starting to back out a little bit. But not fully relinquishing the space. It's still going to be a hard push if Eastern Europe were to commit to this engagement.
Yeah, they have the information that cNed's there on the Killjoy, so it's always a tricky one. Do you want to push onto the site that Killjoy has set herself up, or are you going to rotate round? But by that point, maybe you've given too much information away. It is a very patient approach at the moment from Eastern Europe, waiting for the Viper wall. Everything's down, and there goes the turret. Will also fall, but now BZT just trying to take a different angle as they pinch the site. tecoNe's in a perfect place, though, if he can get the Viper here. Of course, doesn't know that anyone's on the other side directly, and actually now MAGNUM's going to be able to go off-site and waited perfectly. tecoNe will be the first to fall on the site. And now there's going to have to be some sort of retake here, but I don't think cNed's going to be able to do it with just the SMG.
Still just trying to hold on to these angles. BZT hasn't quite, there we go, finally landed the kill onto Legoo, and it's just Panky on his own at the end there. Going to be coming into U-Haul. Not actually being held directly by Turkey, but I can't see much that he can do here. He does have a recon dart available to him, but he's also, well, he's picked up a Spectre. He can't quite land. Should that be where the attackers come in through?
Perfectly broken down, as always. And as you did, the tech pause is over, and now Eastern Europe can decide how they want to push in here. Twisten's got aggressive on the jet, has found his way onto the site, will catch cNed just ever so slightly off guard. cNed tries to face up, but Twisten denies, and now the plant can be made. Legoo is there, he's waiting. Flash comes through, and the flash perfectly just turns him away, so Twisten can follow up with the kill, and it's a 5 versus 3, a 3-man retake. Player retake as Twisten gets his third kill as well. Maybe this is going to be the start of something beautiful, but no, cNed denies any sort of ace opportunity. BZT does just push in, take that space. cNed does get taken down.
They have a couple of ultimates that they could work with. I suspect they're just going to be mostly looking for these kills, but they're going to have to be a little bit more assertive than they have been so far if they want to land them. Twisten
walked blindly into the smoke. Legoo was there waiting and gets a judge as a reward. It's the best weapon that Turkey have to work with now. 4 sheriffs on the other side. It's not even a milestone. They didn't have to buy sheriffs, but that's all they could buy. I think if you're a Turkish fan at the moment, maybe those donations might have to start coming through. It's like the Hunger Games. You need to support them. Get a package sent in. BZT falls to Legoo as well. This is better from Turkey, but Ambi is here to potentially spoil the party. Panky's had a fantastic flank to find Ambi, though. A little bit of Sover-on-Sover action. Tina just waiting patiently. cNed gets one. And the long old rotation now from MAGNUM might just be a little bit too late here, but the snake bites will come down. Have they come down quick enough? cNed says no, he holds, and the defuse comes through. Just like an ogre and an onion. They have layers.
Yes, Dan.
Are you too young to get that reference?
What kind of a question is that?
Maybe you get the reference. It's Shrek, come on. Maybe I'm too old. Getting to that point now, 30 years old. Anyway, I digress. MAGNUM pushes through, will be taken down by cNed. That's the defensive work we need to see from cNed. Making sure this is a 5 versus 4. Turkey just need to step up with these initial frags. There's been so many times that Eastern Europe have just been able to pick one by one away from Turkey. As things slow, the A take was not successful, and now it's about, do we reconsider? Do we move over towards B? But look at the map space that has been able to be gained here. Nice frag from BZT. Twisten also picking one up as well. So this is good from Eastern Europe. Despite being down, they're now back up. Another wall can come down and the plant should follow.
I love this from Panky, but the problem is the Seeker is going to know that he's following them now. That's information that he probably didn't anticipate Eastern Europe to have, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to watch out. That's why he's sending the Owl drone up. They want to know exactly what's happening on this site, but it could end up being a bloodbath as Ambi gets that kill onto cNed. Oh, no.
Nice from tecoNe to take down Twisten, a bit of jet on jet. 3 versus 2. Panky also getting the kill, so it's Panky and tecoNe. I mean, we've seen both of these players step up to the plate when they needed to. I was talking about clutch factor earlier. Panky gets the first, looks for the second, but he's gained the information.
Oh.
Okay. Unfortunately, we're working with an op, and I think the time is maybe against them here. Ambi also has some shock darts. tecoNe's going to stick this one. Time's up. Doesn't matter anyway.
Turkey
7.
can say for themselves, and it is confusing.
There's been a lot of frustration on the side of Turkey as cNed will get that opening frag, and tecoNe's here to follow. Okay, this is better from Turkey, and they might not even need to use the ultimates because they've whittled down Eastern Europe to just 2 players. But there's a lot of reactive ultimates on the side of Turkey. You've got the res, which is reactive. You've got, of course, the lockdown, reactive. Even Astra's ultimate is also, most of the time, a reactive one to use their ultimates rather than actually trying to be proactive with them. As now Twisten is looking to be a little bit of aggressive here, trying to gain some information as the jet dashes away after getting tagged down to just 40 HP, but at least can be healed up by Tina elsewhere. And now Ambi is going to face here. See if he can do any damage. cNed's going to be there. There's going to be the trade, though, so it's 1 for 1. Damage done to Legoo, though, and I think Ambi knew that. So able to just push round, get aggressive, and ensure that the kill was found. And now, look, they're working together, but cNed getting 2 massive kills there, which could be huge in this round. It's a 3 versus 2, but the spike is down. So cNed needs a little bit of support.
Turkey haven't chosen to entirely pressure onto the B site. Now they've got to play it a little bit cautious. Panky doesn't have any of his utility available right now, so you can't recon, they can't figure out who could be in the site. Now they are not going to be aware that there's only BZT on this site with MAGNUM way elsewhere, but there's the flash coming from BZT as Turkey engage.
Flash is really important here. Information being gathered, but now MAGNUM on the late old rotate all the way around the map is going to get the sad news that the spike goes down. A 1 versus 3. Still doable. But certainly is going to be a difficult one. Hasn't given away any audio cues, though, so Turkey are going to be guessing as to where MAGNUM's going to be approaching from, but they have had time to kind of work out, to kind of scout a few angles. They'll be watching Hookah. They'll also have someone with eyes on long. That's what you can do with a classic. Right clicks, of course, very important, and the turret being down, the jig is up, and now everything's got a little bit more difficult.
A
Snakebite
a nice path in through. Now, it looks like they're not going to be going for the same idea. Instead, just dashing straight onto the side, but it's taken tecoNe a little bit more to land that kill.
At least he got the kill and gets a weapon as a reward, and we'll follow up with the frag onto Ambi and make that 3. Tina also going down, and suddenly, after not having the weapons, only having the SMGs, this round does heavily favour Turkey. But MAGNUM at least gets one, tecoNe got a point.
Quite close up and narrowly avoiding the gravity well brought out by Legoo. But everyone's still going to remain relatively safe.
Again, BZT just being a real nuisance here on B long. The flashes have been so detrimental, and the flash was actually perfect. It was almost too perfect, but 2 members will fall. cNed at least gets one to follow up. Twisten will miss probably his first op shot that we've seen throughout this game. I'm not used to seeing it after all the shots he has been hitting. He is stuck between a rock and a hard place now. Panky knows exactly where he is, but that's why you have a shorty in the back pocket. Sometimes when you hear the drone being popped, you just got to get aggressive on the Sova. And Turkey down to just 1. Now, cNed probably could ace this. I have seen him do some pretty spectacular stuff, but he's very much up against it right now. Gets spotted out by BZT. That's job number 1 ticked off. And 3 members are long, and he does have a wall. So at the very least could get the plant. Just tries to bait out, though. Are they going to run into place? Are they going to allow this to even happen? Look at the movement, though. Look at the knowledge, knowing where he can be pushed from, knowing where he needs to be checking angles. Gets sight in any way. MAGNUM gets the opening frag onto Panky, though, meaning that Turkey are going to struggle to get onto the site. But there is the reactive res. cNed's been waiting to use that for quite some time. BZT does manage to at least get the flash out to try and assist. Gets 1 frag of his own. And now it's 4 versus 4. But BZT is just on a tear right now, and Tina's there to support. And I don't think Turkey should even follow up with this push. It's a 2 versus 4. Their money was already bad. Maybe you just save, but cNed doesn't know what saving is. And Legoo says, all right, Legoo. And it's 2 versus 2 now. MAGNUM very low. So you've got to be careful here. They do decide they're going to rotate towards A, but there is already a jet there and waiting. It's Twisten. He has the operator. He's not been missing today. The shoulder beat comes through, and through the wall, Legoo will fall. And now cNed in a 1 versus 2. Surely he doesn't do this. No, he doesn't. Twisten. Otherwise, they will be out of the competition. Or, of course, there is the chance they could still go through on donations. 2 members or 2 teams could still go through, but for now they'll focus on trying to at least rescue this game. But I don't think it's going to be rescued when Ambi and Magnum pair up. cNed gets 1, but it's too late because Magnum swoops in for the 3K. And it's all down to Legoo to try and rescue this for Turkey. But he's flashed, he's blinded, all sorts have just hit him. Every piece of utility was there. And Eastern Europe will progress to the quarterfinals.